this episode, we're going to ask the question, did Onesimus also sell his soul to the devil? Or did also Sia, I think that's his name, the rugby famous player who had become almost like the face of rugby for the rest of the world, did he also now sell his soul to the devil? That's the subject of this particular episode. It's a Rick Show, the daily Christian commentary videos. If it's the first time over here, be sure to check out some other episodes that are down in the pinned comments, and that's the subject that we are dealing with. Why am I asking this? Because recently, one of you guys sent me a screenshot of Onesimus looking very suspect. Man, them was looking suspect as suspect can be. Man, them was out there busy throwing his eye, throwing flowers on his eye, one eye, doing the whole one eye thing. Now, if you are not clear, before we talk about the other gentleman who is the rugby player, the South African rugby player, if you're not clear on where Onesimus comes from, Onesimus was a gospel musician under Shepherd Bushiri's music label. All these prophets, they all have music labels. And so, from that take, Onesimus used to sing gospel and all that kind of a jazz, like with an Afrobeat kind of a thing, very fun music. And then all of a sudden they had a fallout, and then he, in that entire twist, there was a divorce from Onesimus with his wife. His wife he had met at ECG, and the entire jazz over there. Now, after that entire departure from his wife, there was talks that this was caused because the woman couldn't bear kids, whatnot. There was talks about that. How valid, we don't know. But there was such talks. And even when she came out, she spoke about that people were looking at her very funny over at ECG. Now, why? Because they preach prosperity gospel. You must have a child. You can't otherwise. No, you must. Okay, even though you might not. Okay, because maybe you're barren, whatnot, whatever. God hasn't ordained for you to have kids. Maybe we don't know. Okay, but they make it because their prosperity gospel makes it a must. This is why she might have faced persecution when she was still over there. That entire thing happened. She left. She got into a different relationship. She got pregnant. And so we spoke about that entire jazz and whatnot. Now all of a sudden, Onesimus then departed Bushiri's record label, and he said he wanted to do more. We spoke about that. And I was like, what is this more that man then wants to do? That the Christian, clearly he wanted to sing all kind of jazz. And very clearly in the recent shows, Onesimus could be seen dancing with half-naked girls, whatnot, and all that. Busy, the mighty have fallen. From gospel to singing whatever music that is, which requires ladies who are half-naked to be dancing, that's a weird one. And so now for him, so I wanted to give the timeline, for him to now come out, putting one-eye symbolism, which we know that one-eye symbolism, symbol of Horus, it's a symbol of sun worship. It's a symbol of the Egyptian gods. It's a symbol of the Illuminati. It has nothing to do with a person who's in the clear. They're now throwing up this kind of signs. Hey, it's kind of something. It says a lot. Now, skipping and moving on to the next subject. So that was the update. Skipping and moving on to the next subject. This particular brotherhood, he's known in rugby, he's very popular, whatnot. If you don't know him, go look him up. Okay? His name will be down in the description below. Did this young man sell his soul to the devil? Now, someone might be asking why. He recently signed a deal or a managing deal with Rock Nation. Rock Nation, if you don't know, is Jay-Z's managing company. Okay, which manages sportsmen and whatnot and all that kind of jazz. So he's doing well, right? Now, it's not that made me make this video. It's that in the picture, these pictures say a lot. In his picture, speaking on this entire jazz, he can be seen throwing up the diamond. He can be seen throwing up the diamond in his picture after signing a managing deal with Rock Nation, which is Jay-Z's thing. Jay-Z. I want to repeat, Jay-Z. It's Jay-Z who was out there wearing the jersey written, "Do what thou wilt." Yeah, "Do what thou wilt" being the statement that was made by Aleister Crowley to say, do whatever you want. Don't be listening to God. Why listen to God? Do what thou wilt. Do your own thing. Okay? Do as you please. Okay? Yeah, rap your own truth, basically. That same Jay-Z who was there rapping that idea and also throwing up the diamond sign himself and whatnot and all that kind of jazz, even though we know that he got sued for it and what, which is why he doesn't throw it up as much. But very interesting that when this young man signed over to Rock Nation, first thing you see him do was throwing up the diamond sign. Diamond sign, or the pyramid sign, being the very same symbol of the Illuminati. Triangle with an eye in the middle of it. What's the interest for Onesimus? What is the interest for this man in throwing up the sign? If, yes, they signed whatever deal they signed, okay. But what is the interest of doing that? I'll leave that one for y'all guys to ponder. I thought these were very, very interesting. Wanted to make an episode to kind of compare both of them so that you guys can see them. Very strange in my view, but hey, what do we know? Every man, the Bible says, what a loss. It's a loss, basically. It is a loss when one would sell his soul in the benefit of things of this earth. Because the things of this earth, vanity of vanities. It's Ricky, and I'll see you later. Y'all have a good one. Salute.